So today's topic is threaded binary tree. So we are looking at what is threaded binary tree and why we are using the threaded binary tree. So we have seen the concept of binary tree. Suppose this is the binary tree, simple binary tree. So this is first node, that is the root node. Call it something like that, the x. Then we are having some node here. Suppose y, for example, this is y, and here we are having z. So if we consider these three nodes, okay. So in these three nodes, so here n will be, that is number of nodes, n is equal to 3. And then in this you can see that here just we are utilizing two links, okay. So one from the left link and one from the other from the right side, that is the right link. So in the tree of three nodes we are just utilizing the two links. Out of how many links? If you consider two links for this node and two more links for this node, so total we are having 2 4 6. Out of 6 links we are just utilizing two links, and we are having four null links. So in binary tree representation we are having more number of null links, and basic concept in the threaded binary tree, can we use this null link in order to represent something, okay. And that is the concept of threaded binary tree. So whatever maybe null links are there from the binary tree, we are utilizing those null links in the form of threads, so it is called as threaded binary tree. And what is the use of that? Because once we represent the binary tree with the help of threads, or whatever maybe null links are there, those null links will be used as a thread, and that can be used during the traversal. So we have seen the traversal. In the binary tree traversal we are having two traversal. One is the recursive traversal and second is the non-recursive traversal. So in the non-recursive traversal we have seen that we are using the extra data structure, that is the stack, in order to coming to the previous node. So if we represent this binary tree with the help of certain threads, that is the null links, those null links are utilized for some purpose, and then we can traverse the binary tree without using extra data structure. So how that is done, we are going to see that one. But is that clear up to this point? What is the threaded binary tree? It is the binary tree in which we are utilizing the null links, so that it will be useful during the traversals. Is that clear? Okay. So how we are utilizing this? So suppose this is the binary tree. So in this case, this null link, suppose here we are having the left null link and right null link. So if pointer pointing left child is null, that means if we are having the left child null, that is the left link is assigned to the null, then what we are doing, replace it with the pointer to the node that would be visited before pointer in an in order traversal. So in simple sense, this link will be assigned to the in order predecessor. In order predecessor means what? If we are traversing the tree by using the in order traverser, so whichever may be the node coming before this node, current node, that will be called as in order predecessor for this node. So for z, suppose we are traversing this tree using the in order traversal, so traversal will be y, x and z. So for z, in order predecessor is x. So if we are having the left null link, that will be assigned to in order predecessor, like this, okay. And similarly, if we are having the right for this, again consider this is the left link, this is the right link, both are null. So if we are having pointer pointing right equal to null, that is if we are having the right link as a null, so that will be assigned to the in order successor, so like this. So in a simple sense, that whenever we are having the null link, if we are having the left null link, that will be assigned to the in order predecessor. If we are having the right null link, that will be assigned to the in order successor. So simple, we can see here with the help of example. So suppose this is the example. So in this example, suppose this is the node, e is the node, okay. And traversal for this tree is given here, s d I b e, and this node we are considering as a current node, e is the current node. So for e we are having the left link as a null initially. This is the threaded binary tree representation, so we have assigned before. Initially, if we are considering this as a binary tree, initially as this is the leaf node, this is having the left pointer as well as right pointer as a null. So we are having for this left as well as right as a null thing. So what we are doing in this case here, so simply we are assigning this left null pointer to the in order predecessor. See here, E in order predecessor is this one coming before the current node. So we are assigning left pointer to the in order predecessor and right pointer to the in order successor. And this is the only thing we are doing. If we are having the null pointer, we are assigning those null pointer at appropriate place. Where we are assigning, we are assigned left pointer to the in order predecessor and right pointer to the in order successor, and this is the representation we can see here. So any questions so far? Yes, any questions so far, so that we can continue? Okay, so this is the representation. So initially we were having the simple tree like A, B, D, H, I, E, G, F, and this one. So this is the null point, null that is leaf node. I is the leaf node, E is the leaf node, F is the leaf node, and G is the leaf node. So what we are doing, this is the null link. We'll consider this later on. So again, this is the right is the null link. So we are assigning a right null link to the in order successor, left of this to the in order predecessor. So D is the in order predecessor for I. You can see here for I, D is the in order predecessor. So we are assigning left pointer to the in order predecessor and right pointer to the in order successor. For H, D is the in order successor. So simply we are marking like this so that we can get the threaded binary tree. So in order successor we are marking for this, again left link to the in order predecessor. Likewise this we have assigned all these links and we'll get the final threaded binary tree like this. So in this representation we can see that we are starting with the H. So H is the first node in this tree during the traversal, in order traversal. So left pointer of this should get assigned to the in order predecessor, but यहाँ पे कोई भी in order predecessor नहीं है. So what happens, this pointer is not getting assigned to any node. Similarly in this case here you can see for G is the last node and right pointer is this is right pointer of G is to be assigned to the in order successor of this node, but it is not having any successor. So this is again the null pointer, and such pointers are called as the dangling pointers. Is that clear? So again, these pointers can be handled, that is the null pointers or the dangling pointers can be handled by using the concept of root node. Like means what is the root node? We'll assign, we'll take one more node here at the start of this, like this. We'll take one more node here. So this will be your data part, this will be your link part and something like this. So we'll assign this link to the root node. Now this will not be the root, that is the first node will not be the root. We are getting one more node as a root, and this dangling pointer will be assigned to the root, and again this dangling pointer will get assigned to the root. So from this again we'll join here, and left pointer of this will get assigned to this. So whenever we are starting with any operation, we are having the left root here, root pointer, and left of root, left of root, where we are actually starting the actual tree. Is that clear? So such kind of representation will be there. It will be more clear with this. Okay. So this is our root node. Okay. Left pointer of root node where we are actually starting our tree. So this is the root of our tree. But in threaded binary tree representation, we are taking one more root node in order to handle the dangling pointers. We have seen the concept of dangling pointer. What is the dangling pointer? So those dangling pointers will be assigned to the root. And so this will be considered as the root of the threaded binary tree, and left child of the root where we are actually starting our tree. And so this is the tree representation. So any question regarding this? Yes. Okay. So we'll see the node structure for this one. So node structure is something like this. see here. So we are having the normal tree structure, we can see. So this is the left pointer, we know in case of tree we are using left pointer. This is the data part, no problem, and this is the right pointer. So this is the same way we are using for the binary tree. So left child, data, and right child. So here in this node structure of the threaded binary tree, we have taken two more parameters, or the two more members of the structure. Here you can see the integer member, so left thread and right thread. For what purpose we are use this one? Because in this case, so if we are considering this node like this a b, okay, and here we are having some right link, okay, so this is the null link we are having. So in this case what happens? So again, suppose we are having here null left link, okay. So this is, in this case, this is suppose a, this is b, and null links there. So from a to b, b is connected with the left link, and then this is the left link, and this is the right link of b. So in threaded binary tree, what we are doing, we are assigning this back to the in order successor. Now there should be some way in order to identify whether this is the original link or newly created link. So original link will be simply called as a link, and newly created link will be called as a thread. So there should be the differentiation between link and thread. So for that we are using this left thread and right thread. So if we are having this thread, so thread will get assigned equal to 1. Otherwise for this, thread will be equal to 0. That left thread, if it is in this case, left thread will be 0. In this case, left thread will be 1. So if left thread is 0, that means original link. If left thread is 1, that means this is the thread, not the original link. So b's right child is not a in this case, because here we will be having this as a 1, because thread as a 1. So this is not the original link, that means a is not the right child of b. So simply, in order to differentiate between whether this is the original link or newly created link, newly assigned link, that is the thread. So in order to differentiate between whether this is the original link or thread, we are having these pointers. So for left thread, if it is 1, that is the, it is thread only. If it is 0, that means it is original link. Similarly for the right thread here. So suppose here we are having c, so this will be 0, and in this case suppose this is null, so it will get assigned to some node, so this will be 1. So this is original link, and this is thread. So in order to identify this, we have taken these two more parameters, left thread and right thread. So is that clear? Any questions so far regarding the threaded binary tree representation and node structure? Any question? Yes. Okay. So we can continue. So advantage of this, we have seen the representation. You can see one more time. So this is the root node, and left of this is our starting node of the tree A, and then for this A, left child is B, then C, then D, E, F, G, H, and I. So in this case, you can clearly see that H is the leaf node, I is the leaf node. In this case, F is the leaf node, and G is the leaf node. As we are having these leaf nodes, here we are going to have the null pointers. So in threaded binary tree, those null pointers are utilized to point it to the sum node. Which nodes? So left pointer will be assigned to the in order predecessor, and right pointer will be assigned to the in order successor. So in this case for H, we are not having the in order predecessor, so that will get assigned to the root. So right pointer in order predecessor. Similarly, these ones. Okay, so any question regarding this? Okay, so next part, advantage of this, by using threads, we can perform the in order, pre-order, and post-order traversal without making use of stack. So without making use of any extra data structure, we can perform the traversal, that is the iterative traversals. So how we can perform, you can see here. So in this case, suppose this is 6 3 1 5, this is the given tree. So in this we have just represented the right link. Okay, so basically we can have the threaded binary tree with only left link assigned to some node, or only right link assigned to the some node, or both the links. Okay, so three variants are there for the threaded binary tree. We may be just utilizing the left link or right link or both. Okay, so in our syllabus we are basically looking at both the links. Okay, so for just simplicity, it is just taking the threaded binary tree with the right link. So in the in order traversal we just need this right link. So we'll see how traversal is performed. So you may be remembering the in order traversal without recursion. So what we are doing, we are starting with the root node, and then we are moving towards the leftmost node. Okay, so we are starting with the 6 in non recursive traversal. So we'll start with the 6. We'll check whether this is left link of this is null, not. Put that on the stack, move towards the left side. Okay, put that on the stack, move towards the left side, put that on the stack, and then we are moving here. That is the null. Once we encounter the null, we are popping the element from the stack like one, and then we are printing that one, and then we are moving towards the right side. So that is the general non-recursive algorithm where we are using the stack. Now in this case, threaded binary tree, we need not to use the stack. So steps are similar, but we are not using the stack. So first step, what we are doing, we are moving towards the leftmost side like this. So start with the 6. Okay, then move towards the 3. Okay, then 1. So this is the leftmost node. So we are coming at this node, and then we are printing this node. So follow the thread to the right till thread is not equal to 1. We can follow the thing, and then we can print the node. So we can print the 1 here in this case. Okay, so move towards the leftmost side and then print this one. So once we are at the leftmost side, then what we are doing, we are simply following this thread, okay, to coming to the its parent. Okay, so just follow the thread to the right. So follow this thread to the right and print this node. So similar to pop the element from the stack and print that one. Okay, so here no need to use stack. We can simply come back to the parent by using the right link, because right link is assigned to the in order successor. So this is the in order successor in order traversal. Simply you are coming to the root node, just follow the link. We are coming to the root node, and then what we are doing, we are going to the right side and then leftmost node. So follow the link to the right. Now here we are having the original link. Follow the link to the right and then move towards the leftmost side. But here we don't have the left node. So we are simply printing this 5 and again follow the link. So we'll simply follow the link. We are coming at this node. So once we are at this node, we are printing this node. So we'll print 6. Then go towards the right side. Okay. And once we are at the right side, we are moving towards the leftmost node. So we'll follow this leftmost node till left thread is not 1. So we'll come at this, we'll print this, follow the just right thread, print this, follow the right link, then leftmost node, print this, follow the thread, print this one, go to the right side, and this one. So this is the simple traversal. So we are moving to the leftmost node, printing that one, and then we are coming back to the parent of the current node by using the thread, and then similar process is followed here. So any questions so far? So you can simply ask if you are having any question regarding this. Yes, any question so far? Okay, so we'll see the algorithm, how it is. So this is the algorithm, very much similar to the non-recursive traversal. Okay, so we'll start with this. So current, this is the pointer that we are using as a temporary pointer for moving purpose. So we are assigning left pointer of head. We have seen the structure of thread binary. We are initially having the root node. Okay, root node, this is just the root node that doesn't contain any data, and left of this, from here left of this, actually we are starting with our tree. Okay, so this is assigned current equal to, instead of assigning it to the root, current equal to left pointer of head. So simply we are assigning left pointer of head, so we can start with the our tree. And then from here we are starting with, like we are having tree something like this, A, B, C, and something like this. So we'll start with this. So current equal to left pointer of head. Head is this one. So current will be at this location, current. And then what we are doing, if current is equal to head, sorry, yes, if current is equal to head, that means if this is only the first node, that means we are having the empty tree and we are returning back. Else, if it contains some data, then what we are doing, repeat while left thread of the current is equal to the 0. So we have seen this representation, left thread of this is 0, left thread of this is 1, right thread of this is 1, right thread of this is 0, left thread of this, as this is the null link, this will be assigned to the A and this is 1, and right link of this will be assigned to the root and this will be 1. So while left thread is equal to 0, so left thread of this is 0, yes. So we are just traversing. That means by using this statement, third statement, we are just moving to the leftmost side of the tree or the leftmost node of the tree. Okay. And so once we are at the leftmost node, so what we are doing, once we are at the leftmost node, this is just for repeating the loop. So once we are at this one, we are printing that data. So left side of this is 1. So we are at this, we are printing B. So simply print the B. So once we are printing B, then with the help of this thread, if it is 1, we are moving towards the parent. So same thing is written here. If right thread of the current, initial now current is here. If right thread of current is equal to 1, that means this is the thread. If it is the thread, just go to the current equal to right pointer of current. So we are just moving towards this one. So we are reaching at the root, that is parent node, parent of B. That is the in order successor of B. So we are coming here, then we can print and we can go to the right side and we can continue the same thing. Now, what is this current equal to right pointer of current? If this right link is not the thread, that means something here we are having, some nodes we are having. Suppose here we are having X, suppose again we are having Y. That means from this location, this is not the thread, we should move towards the this. So simply this is this one, current equal to right pointer. If it is not the thread, if it is the original link, then from once B is printed, okay, now this is the right side that is to be printed, left side is nothing here. So root will be printed and then we are going to the right side or in the in order traversal. So if this is the tree, so if it is not the thread, so simply follow this one. So go to this part, okay, and then leftmost, so at this part, and same algorithm will continue. This is the special case normally, okay, that is considered here. So simple algorithm, start with this node, that is the current equal to left side of root node, and move towards the leftmost side, print that node, and with the help of thread move towards the parent of the node, print that one, go towards the right side, and leftmost node again same consider, go towards the right side, and same algorithm is repeated there. So same thing is there, and special cases this will be handled by using this one. So any question regarding this one? I think you are not audible, someone is talking. First unmute your audio and then you can talk, or you can use the chat. So any question regarding this one? Okay, you can speak now. Any questions? Okay, so that was the part we are supposed to cover in this first session. So we have covered what is threaded binary tree, okay, how we are using that one, what is the advantage of threaded binary tree, okay, and how we can traverse the threaded binary tree by using in order traversal. So in the next session, that will be on the Monday, we'll see how we can traverse this one in order, that is threaded binary tree for pre-order traversal, and then how we can actually create, that is what is the algorithm to create the threaded binary tree. So these two topics will be covered on Monday. So any question? Okay, if no questions are there, then we can conclude the session.
Hello. Hello.
So we have covered this part. So what is threaded binary tree? Okay, so threaded binary tree is simple binary tree where we are simply utilizing the null links, because in the binary tree representation we are having more number of null links than non-null links. So we are utilizing those links in order to serve certain purpose. So we are creating the threaded binary tree. And if we are creating the threaded binary tree without using any extra data structure, we can traverse the tree, and that is the advantage. So we have seen that what is the threaded tree, how that is represented, and how we can traverse the threaded binary tree by using in order traversal. So dazzling pointers, it is already explained, but okay. So that is the dangling pointers. Okay, so what happens, as I told, we are assigning left pointer to the in order predecessor. For example, consider this I node. So in order predecessor of this is D. So left pointer is assigned to the in order predecessor, right pointer is assigned to the in order successor. So here we are not having any in order predecessor, so this is the free pointer or the null pointer, that is called as the dangling pointer. And in the threaded binary tree we are having representation something like this. See here, in this case we are getting one more root node. So now in this case threaded binary tree we are having the root node as the empty node, and we are assigning this dangling pointer to the root node, and our actual tree start from left side of the root. So from here actually we are starting the tree. So we are having the empty root node in case of threaded binary tree, and dangling pointers are assigned to that root node. Is that clear? Yes. Okay, so we'll conclude that one, and we'll meet again on Monday. I will